But the four reminders are: number one, your life is precious and rare. And myself knows this to be true. So I'm curious how that lands for you. Your life is precious and rare. Reminds me of the Mary Oliver poem, This One Wild and Precious Life, right? Um, let's see. Ralph talks about the mathematical likelihood of your existence is 1 in 10 to the 2,685,000th power. So it's a very rare possibility that you are even born. Um, and your worthiness is your absolute true nature. And to me, if all of our parts knew this at their core, knew their infinite worth, the world would be a totally different place. I think our parts act out because they believe they're bad, they believe they're unworthy. And that's why all these protective measures come in that hurt ourselves and hurt other people. I've said this before, but my experience and conviction is that the original sin is the belief in original sin, is the belief that we are bad at our core and that we somehow are flawed or unworthy. And then all the kind of negative acting out cascades from that. So returning to our goodness, returning to, um, as Brian says, or Richard Rohr says, to Genesis 1, where God created them and it was good, right? That we are good at our core, that we are just lovable and worthy. Sometimes our parts don't believe that. And so we have them experiment with it, try it on, pretend it's true, and see what the fruit of it is. But myself knows that to be true. And so really the healing function of the self is often just what I call the loving gaze of self, where the self just looks on the parts with delight and genuine positive regard, and they feel it and they know it because the self reflects it to them, and that's how they're healed. And then they can drop all their defense mechanisms. Okay, so number two, second reminder is your life is impermanent. And I would say this is true of our physical bodies on this planet for sure.